The headlines are screaming doom and gloom right now. This correction in the real estate market is getting a lot of attention. New builds slowing down. This week, we got the latest data from the U.S. Census Bureau showing new home sales fell 13.7% in May. But all that really means is that buyers can finally breathe. And realtors who get aggressive now are going to win listings, lock in buyers, and own the market. Is it a market crash or a market correction? Yes, we're back here circling the same cul-de-sac talking about the same thing. Why the drop in new home sales? This is the lowest level in 6 months, which actually isn't that long or a big deal, but it was well below economists' expectations. So that's what really got everyone worked up this week. And we talk about this all the time. The data is the data. It's usually flawed and revised later, but what happens after the data gets released? There's a market moving reaction. Here's what the 13.7% drop tells us. Affordability pressure is real. No shit, Sherlock. Mortgage rates are still in the sixes. And when you couple that with every trip to the grocery store costing several $100s, folks are feeling poor. There's sticker shock. Prices are also not low, especially for new construction. But the builders are in a tough spot because dropping prices has a ripple effect that sometimes does more harm than good when it comes to moving their inventory. Plus, it means buyers are spending less on upgrades, which is a major profit source for builders. Then there's buyer hesitation, and boy, oh boy, is this real. We've talked about it here before. The economic uncertainty, the non-stop political drama, and mixed signals, some just want to wait this out. It's not smart, but it is understandable given the state of the world right now. Is it a nothing burger? Is the data a nothing burger? I want to take a moment to say, it really could be. 1 month of data does not warrant a trend. May's drop followed a big surprise increase in home sales in April. Maybe the market or that flawed data just overshot April. Here are some important facts to consider. 1, sales are still higher than last year. That's correct. Year-over-year sales are up. Second, builders like D.R. Horton and Lennar are still reporting strong earnings. We're not seeing layoffs. We're not seeing price slashing. We're not even seeing permit slowdowns. Yes, multifamily new housing starts are down in a big way, but single-family starts are actually up just a little. Inventory is still historically low, and this is the third important fact that you have to keep in mind. We don't have enough housing to meet the demand, period. Until we build our way out of this housing shortage, which is not going to happen overnight, by the way, we will continue to have a supply and demand problem that will continue to support higher prices, therefore fueling the unaffordability crisis. What does this mean for you? Let's not debate if the data was a signal or a distraction. Let's take it at face value and see what it means for buyers, sellers, and realtors. First, for buyers, negotiate. Negotiate like you've always dreamed of negotiating, even with builders. Use your outside lender and demand that they still give you the incentive. If ever they were going to allow it, it is now because they need to move that inventory. They just need to sell the houses. On resales, ask for the seller concession you need, whether that's for closing costs or whether that's to help with your monthly payment or to take care of repairs. You have nothing to lose and much higher odds now than you have in recent years of being successful with your negotiations. Make friends with your lender though. Buyers, take this seriously. You need to be on top of your pre-approval and you need to be checking in on a weekly basis to see how these ever-changing market conditions affect your buying power. Plus, you want to be talking to your lender about new financing strategies because what's popular, what's working the best, as boots on the ground, they see what's changing in real time. For example, ARMs. They've been no big news lately. They weren't better than a 30-year fixed because the spread was messed up when the yield curve inverted. I'm not going to get into all that. Here's the thing. They are back now and they are worth considering. Sellers, you should keep in mind that you are competing with very motivated builders. Builders who own the title company, own the lender, and can therefore structure a very attractive deal for buyers. So price your home accordingly, knowing what you're competing with. Realtors, educating your clients like it's your profession Because right now, it is. It's the only way to avoid frustration. Your sellers and buyers need to be aware of the points I just brought up, but they also need to know that while everyone's talking about this market like it's 2008, if you really look at it, it's just 2019 with a bad haircut. Now, I am going to ruin all the humor of that joke by fully explaining it. If you don't remember 2019, we had a slower paced market, fewer bidding wars, buyers were regaining leverage, it felt more balanced. This market is behaving like that one, it's just with a lot more drama and noise, hence the bad haircut comment. It's not the end of the world, right? A bad haircut's not the end of the world, but it is a little awkward for the time you're stuck with it. I do hope you remember what happened after, just 18 months after 2019. Do you remember what happened to the market? What happened to home values? If not, I would suggest you try to remember.